need any more surprises from this place, Blue. Not even from you. Just gotta keep moving. I'll get to the bottom of this or die trying. Let go of me, Red. Wait, Red?
Guess again.
Blue? Is that you? What happened?
I had an extreme makeover!
Are you the one responsible for this place's colors getting all mixed up?
In a way, but none of that matters. Your colors are gonna change too. I'm so excited to see whose color you get, but you'll just have to wait and see.
I don't want to be a different color. I like being purple, being me.
Too bad. You don't have a choice. None of us do. Not anymore. Allow me to explain just how the Rainbow Friends colors became swapped. It all started just yesterday. Red was, as usual, testing out his latest scheme to turn human again. I stood by and watched even as the ground shook and the earth quaked. I yelled for him to stop, that we should think about the consequences of our actions before moving onwards. Red ignored my shouts, and the experiment continued. His lab started to tear apart, as its walls and floors and everything within distorted and shifted colors. It was like being in a kaleidoscope. Under any other circumstances, I would have called it beautiful. All of these changes erupted from one singular point, one nexus. And from that nexus, a wave of energy blasted out. Red was the first to change. From the epicenter of the blast, the waveform sprung out. As it passed over Red's body, his colors began to shift uncontrollably. For a Rainbow Friend, you can imagine how traumatic this was for him. I could only watch in horror as he reached his arms out at me in a desperate attempt towards freedom. But I too was quickly swept under the influence of the wave. It was unimaginably painful, losing my color, gaining it back, going through every spectrum of the rainbow along the way. It was like I was losing my identity, the very core of my being. The wave permeated the entire facility, covering every inch, except, I suppose, deep down below in the sewers, which explains why you escaped its effects. When the earth again stood still and the dust settled, I stood up and examined myself for injuries. But when I did, what I saw, I couldn't believe. Gone was my deep blue color that I had come to love, replaced by the striking and brilliant red. And not only that, but I could tell that my brain had become wired differently. Suddenly, I wanted nothing more than to run experiments, to make the Rainbow Friends a huge success, and of course, to become human again. My mind raced and raced about which color of the rainbow I should attempt to make a friend for next. I only stopped myself when I saw Red stand up, holding his head. Only Red wasn't red. He had become my original beautiful shade of blue. Which I understand is an insult to my former self, of course, but I've evolved past it. I felt sorry for Red and all the other Rainbow Friends, because I knew myself in that moment to be far superior, with the rest of you being nothing more than brutes. I recognized that I could use my friends as pawns
to get the play place back in business.
I turned on our open for business sign, and I laughed into the night as my plans were set in motion.
Red quickly fell in line, having no choice if he wanted to be human again. Meanwhile, on the other side of the facility,